Bonjour, I'm Liliane, your French language expert. In this video, you will get ready to start learning French, get ready to take a French course, see some pronunciation, expressions and words often used in French, especially in a learning context. At the end of part 2, you will also get to test yourself. See you in the video.
3, 2, 1.
Bonjour. Today we are going to see a little bit of vocabulary to start learning French. Some vocabulary that will be useful, for instance, if you go to a French learning class or if you take a short or longer French course. Vocabulaire utile. Vocabulaire utile pour un cours ou pour une formation. Vocabulaire utile pour un cours ou pour une formation. Le vocabulaire utile pour apprendre. Je répète, le vocabulaire utile pour apprendre. Useful vocabulary for a class or for a training. Formation can be a training when you are learning something. Le vocabulaire utile pour apprendre. Apprendre, learn. Je répète, vocabulaire utile pour un cours ou une formation. Le vocabulaire utile pour apprendre. Vocabulaire. Les actions. Les actions. Pour une action, j'utilise un verbe. Verbe égale action. Les verbes en français pour apprendre le français. Regarder. Regarder. Écouter. Écouter. Par exemple, j'écoute le professeur. J'écoute le professeur. Exemple, j'écoute la musique. J'écoute la musique. Parler. Parler. Je parle français. Je parle français. Et toi? Moi, je parle français. Je parle français. Je parle anglais. I can speak English as well. Répéter. Répéter, c'est similaire avec l'anglais. Répéter. Je parle, répéter. Demander. Demander. To ask. Demander. Poser une question. Poser une question. So it's like to lay a question, to pose a question, just to ask a question. Poser une question. Corriger. 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 Je vérifie. Vérifier. So, corriger, correct. Vérifier, so I could have added here. Vérifier, vérifier, to check, to verify. Réviser, réviser, to revise. Une question, une question. Je réponds, je réponds. To, it resembles response, so to answer. Répondre, to answer. Répondre. Apprendre, apprendre. Prendre. Prendre in French is to take. Apprendre, it means to take information into your brain. Apprendre, so to learn. Alors, je répète. Vous répétez avec moi. Vous répétez avec moi. So you repeat with me. Regardez. À vous. Écoutez. Parlez. Répétez. Demandez. Posez une question. Corriger. Réviser. Répondre. Encore une fois. Répondre. Apprendre. Apprendre. Très bien, bravo. Alors, on continue. Une personne. So, well, if you go to a French class or if you are speaking about French, you will have to use some verbs, which are very common verbs, such as listen, look, repeat, ask, correct, check, revise, and so on and so forth. You will have to describe some persons. Possibly you will have to speak to some persons, and you will have a little bit of vocabulary. Let's say if you are in working environment, or if you are in a classroom environment, you will have a few things around you. So let's have a look. Une personne. Une personne. Un homme. Une femme. Un ami. Une amie. Des amis. Un professeur. Une professeure. Je répète, écoutez. Écoutez la prononciation. Une personne. Un homme. Une femme. Un ami. Une amie. Des amis. Un professeur. Une professeure. So obviously here you have a little bit of vocabulary. I'm assuming some of it is new for you. So most probably, apart from the word person, which is very similar to English, you may wonder what the other words mean. So let's have a look. Regardons. Une personne, a person. Un homme, homme, man. A man. Un homme. Femme, femme, woman. Une femme. Ami, friend. Ami, friend. Now you can see we have 2 times ami. So we have ami like this, and we have ami with a I at the end. Can you guess why? Pourquoi? 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 Why? Un ami, friends, a friend masculine. So it's a boy, it's a man. Une amie with a I. So we decorate for the feminine. We have a I at the end. Une amie. Des amis. Des amis. Well, we have S, so these are friends. I just gave you one example of friends. You could have a group of friends which are only ladies, then we will have a E before the S, but this is just to give you some example. And mainly to see the pronunciation. Un professeur, so a teacher. Une professeure, so a teacher masculine, a teacher feminine. The pronunciation is similar, except for the article, which we have changed. So for the masculine teacher, we use un, and for the feminine teacher, we use une. These are the articles in front of the noun. On continue. Un cours, une formation, un cours de français, une formation de français. Course, training, French course, French training. Je répète, vous répétez. Un cours, une formation, un cours de français, une formation de français. So, in your environment now, so a few things like basic things such as table, chair, desk. So desk, bureau is desk. Un stylo. Un ordinateur. Can you guess ordinateur? Ordinateur is a computer. Un cahier. Cahier. C'est ça, un cahier. Okay, so it's a notepad. Cahier. Une feuille. Une feuille. A piece of paper or a leaf. Une feuille. Un téléphone. Bon, ça c'est facile. Un téléphone. Why a phone? Because sometimes you can learn on your phone as well. You have some apps. Easy word. C'est facile. Un téléphone. An app. Une application. Une application. And a video. Une vidéo. As you may notice, you can see all of this vocabulary have in front of the word for the vocabulary, we have some articles. So we have the article for a, and we have a different article for a when it's a feminine word, and a different one when it's masculine. We have mentioned before, so the vocabulary for the nouns in French comes with a gender. So we are learning the vocabulary slowly and progressively with the gender. Une table, féminin. Alors, répétons. Répétez après moi. 1, je parle. 2, vous répétez. Une table. Une chaise. Un bureau. Un stylo. Un ordinateur. Je répète, un ordinateur. Un cahier. Un cahier. Une feuille. Une feuille. Un téléphone. Un téléphone. Une application. une vidéo. Super. On continue. Les actions. Alors, les actions avec ici des exemples. Écoutez. Écoute. Regardez. Regarde. Répétez. Répète. Je parle. Vous parlez. Tu parles. Je répète. Je parle. Vous parlez. Tu parles. Je répète. Vous répétez. Tu répètes. Alors, je répète. Je répète. Vous répétez. Tu répètes. So what is this? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est? You can notice I've given you here, you have different examples of how to say almost the same thing. But why is there a difference? So obviously, if you have a verb, you have an action, and anyone can do the action. So it can be myself, je. It can be you, so it can be vous. And it can be you, so I'm not going to speak to you in the same way if I don't know you at all. I will show you some mark of respect, and I will use a certain way to say you. Now, if it's a more friendly environment, I will use a different way to say you. If I'm speaking to a friend or family member, or if the setting is a bit more informal, I will use tu. So in French, we have vous for formal situations, and we have tu. This is why you have different examples. So I'm going to explain more in details. Écoutez, this is for the formal. So this side is for the formal, vous, and this side is for the friendly way to speak. So for vous, it's like an advice, not really, I wouldn't say it's command. It's not exactly a command, but someone is asking you to do something. So, écoutez. Regardez. Répétez. Écoute. Regarde. Répète. Now here, I'm speaking, so je parle. You are speaking or talk. You are talking. So this is a formal you again. If I'm addressing to a lady in the street and I've never seen this lady ever, I will use vous parlez. And if I see my neighbor and I know him I've been knowing him for a long time, tu parles. Now remember, the formal you is actually borrowed from the plural you. So when we are saying you in French, we are saying you to someone we know, we're saying tu. Now, if I speak to a group of persons and I want to say you, I will make a difference. I will say vous. And now, if I don't know a person and it's just one person, just to show some mark of distance, I will use the plural vous. So this is why you have these different ways to address someone, saying vous. So, let's see. Je parle, vous parlez, tu parles. similaire ici, c'est similaire. Je répète, vous répétez, tu répètes. Je répète, vous répétez, tu répètes. I repeat, you plural repeat, or you formal repeat, and you singular friendly, you repeat. Je répète, vous répétez, tu répètes. Vocabulaire intéressant. Alors, vocabulaire, dans la classe de français, dans le cours de français, j'utilise, par exemple, un mot. Mot, word. J'utilise une phrase. Phrase, sentence. So, before we repeat this vocabulary here, I'm just going to translate quickly so you are not wondering what means what. By yourself, you could maybe guess what some of the words mean, but let's have a look. So, a word, a sentence, a noun, a pronoun, an article. Article is the same in English. Article, we can also use déterminant, so it's what qualifies a noun. An adjective, an adverb. So, quick example we have seen in some of the short videos what some grammar terms mean. So, a noun, a pen. Pen is a noun. Pronoun is when you are talking about persons or when you're not naming something. So, if you say, I saw Mary, then, so Mary is a name. But if you continue talking about Mary, you will say she. So she is a pronoun. If I say I'm using this pen or I'm using a pen, then if I say I'm using it, we use a pronoun. Pronoun is to replace the full noun for the thing or the full noun for the person. That's a pronoun. An article, so an article is what we put in front of a noun. So if I say a pen, a is the article. Same for déterminant, which we use a bit less. Generally, we use article, but it's not impossible if you take some English classes that you will use the word déterminant. Is to define the noun, is the same. Adjective, everyone knows, so a black pen here, black is the adjective to give some characteristic to the thing or to the person. An adverb, so adverb is to give some precision about an action. So if I say I'm speaking quietly, quietly is the way I'm speaking. So this is an adverb. And finally, this is for a little bit more advanced. So when you will need this later on, you have un complément. So complément is it's a thing that completes. So you just need to pronounce complément. Complément is something that completes a verb. So to be clearer, if I say I'm holding a pen, so you agree that if I just say I'm holding, and I just stop my sentence here, the sentence doesn't sound like it's finished. So you need something to complete what is happening. So I'm holding a pen. Now we understand what's going on. So a pen, the pen is coming to complete the verb hold. So this is what we call complément. Or if I say I'm eating, I can easily say I'm eating. But if I say I'm eating an apple, the apple completes the verb eating. So it gives more precision about what is going on with the verb. If I say I'm reading, I can easily say I'm reading, but if I say I'm reading a book, book is a complement for the verb read. So let's pronounce this vocabulary. Vocabulaire, la grammaire. So vocabulaire, la grammaire, un mot, une phrase, un nom, un pronom, un article, un déterminant, un adjectif, un adverbe, un complément, complément d'objet. Un livre, des livres, le livre, les livres. Un livre, a book, des livres, some books, le livre, the book, les livres, the books, pluriel. Whether I have the book in the singular form or in the plural form, you will notice that I pronounce un livre, des livres, livre, livre. Il y a une différence? Question. Est-ce qu'il y a une différence? Alors, écoutez. Un livre, des livres. Il y a une différence? Oui. La différence, un livre, des livres. La différence, c'est un et des. Il y a une différence? Question. Alors, question. Est-ce qu'il y a une différence? Écoutez. Je prononce, écoutez. Livre, livre. Est-ce qu'il y a une différence? Non. Il n'y a pas de différence. La prononciation est similaire. La prononciation est identique. Livre, livre. So when you have the plural form with an S at the end, in French, we do not pronounce the S's at the end. Des textes, le texte, les textes. Une phrase, des phrases, la phrase, les phrases. Un cours, des cours, le cours, les cours. Un cours de français. Un cours de français. Une formation de français. Dans la liste, il y a 2 exemples pour le féminin. Alors, regardez la liste. Dans la liste, il y a 2 exemples pour le féminin. So in this list, there are 2 examples that are feminine. Can you guess which ones are these? Alors, correction. Correction féminin, it's for sentence. Sentence, une phrase, la phrase. Deuxième exemple, féminin. Formation. Une formation, c'est féminin. Une formation de français. Dans la liste, ici, il y a 2 mots, 2 words, 2 mots féminins. Phrase, c'est féminin. Formation, c'est féminin. D'accord? On continue. Alors, phrase utile, so other sentences that can be useful. If you haven't understood someone speaking, you can ask them to repeat simply. Alors, you can ask them to repeat. If you don't know the person, you're going to use that formal vous. And if you are more familiar with the person, you are going to say tu. So let's have a look. So I'm going to explain briefly what the vocabulary here means. You can repeat, please. I've understood. I understand. I do not understand. I didn't understand. Or I haven't understood. Ça va? Is it okay? Is it fine? Is it all right? Yes, it's fine, thank you. So this is for the translation. So let's pronounce now. Pouvez-vous répéter, s'il vous plaît? Pouvez-vous répéter, s'il vous plaît? Tu peux répéter, s'il te plaît? Tu peux répéter, s'il te plaît? J'ai compris. J'ai compris. Je comprends. Je comprends. Oh. Je ne comprends pas. Je ne comprends pas. Je n'ai pas compris. Je n'ai pas compris. Ça va? Oui, ça va, merci. Ça va? Oui, ça va, merci. Alors, à vous. Prononcez. Je parle, vous répétez. Pouvez-vous répéter, s'il vous plaît? À vous. Tu peux répéter, s'il te plaît? J'ai compris. Je comprends. Je ne comprends pas. Je n'ai pas compris. Ça va? Oui, ça va, merci. Super. Bravo. On continue.